to my channel. Today I'm doing a painting of a photo that I saw on Instagram and just couldn't get out of my head. It's a photo by the nature photographist Lucky Jack Press. I'll link his Instagram below. He does a lot of really interesting work with nature photography, as well as animals that he comes across that have died naturally, that he finds in nature, and like he arranges flowers around them and sort of like presents them in a burial way, in the way we would. He has a lot of really interesting work. I would super recommend that you check him out. But he had this photo of a bear and I couldn't get it out of my head, so here I am painting the little guy. I thought originally, when I was doing this painting, about making it really colorful stylistically, like doing it in a lot of wacky colors. Like I thought maybe a lavender would be really cool, like making his fur lavender. But I decided to go against it because I felt like my painting skills weren't maybe strong enough yet to convey something like that. Or maybe not strong enough to paint and then show on YouTube. If you guys haven't noticed, or if you guys didn't know from my last video, I moved recently. So everything has been super up in the air. It's been really a challenge to get YouTube videos out. But I'm working on it. And sort of like with this new place, I haven't really hit my comfort zone yet. So I didn't feel super comfortable doing something as outlandish as like a purple bear and then like blue grass or something along those lines. I might do a test run of that concept later on, but for now I decided to just go with an interpretation, like an exact kind of interpretation of what the photograph was. But I added a few elements to it, like in the end I do like a wash of the background, and I also make his eyes gold and then encircle the frame in gold, which I ended up really liking, and I kind of want to do more paintings inside like a given frame and make the frame, the outside of the painting, influence or speak to the inside of the painting. I really want to do more things like that, where every piece of the art is more art. Does that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, what I'm doing right here now is I wasn't really hot on how I did the background initially. I sort of got distracted by a podcast I was listening to, as I do all the time when I'm painting, and I decided that I would just go with it and sort of blend all the colors together, and it actually turned out really cool. It ended up looking like a really faded out background of trees. So that was another art lesson. A lot of mistakes that you make will actually turn out okay and influence the way you do work in the future, because I'm definitely going to use that technique. I really liked how it worked out, because it made the background kind of fade out and it made you focus on the foreground. So that worked out really well, surprisingly. I had a really hard time doing the grass here because some of my gouache that I have is different consistencies. So my gold gouache, not the one that I used for the eyes, but the goldenrod in my Reeves set, that one has a very nice flow to it. It's really easy to get a nice thick stroke. But when I use my light green, it's really thin, and it's really difficult to get it without it feathering on the painting. I'm not quite sure what the terminologies for it are, but like they're different consistencies, so it's really hard for me to get a consistent brush stroke when it came to the grass. And I spent a lot of time on the grass trying to get it right before I eventually just kind of gave up, and whatever the grass was is how it looked like. I don't know, I have a really hard time doing these kind of like plants layered over plants kind of things. Like, say if I was painting a forest background, getting the imagery of all of the different individual leaves, and here getting all of the individual blades of grass, or how to create that illusion. It's not something I'm entirely certain on yet. At this point in the painting, I felt like it was good, but the bear didn't stand out enough. And since I had just on a whim decided to give him these golden eyes, I figured he kind of like deserved this glow around him, because he seemed like I don't know, it seemed right, like he was a kind of spirit there. I'm not entirely certain of the meaning behind this painting, because all it was originally was a painting that I was going to do of a photo that I really liked that I saw on Instagram of a bear. But it turned into something that actually ended up meaning a lot to me, and I'm still not sure what to do with that. And then here at the end, I'm really struggling with getting like definition in the paintings, so this is something I know I shouldn't do, I guess art-wise, but I resorted to black just to fill in some of the colors that I felt like I wasn't getting enough definition on. And then for the end, this is the part that I was actually most excited for, because it's what I knew that I was going to do initially when I was doing the painting, was the golden frame. And I'm doing this in Acryla gouache. It's a gold color, but it actually is kind of metallic, which was a total surprise to me. This was the first time I used the paint, and it turned out beautiful. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thank you so much for being patient with me, as I try to upload very hard on these Tuesdays. I'm still getting into the knack of things. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!